Now let's go ahead and get into this film right here, The Judge. Now, The Judge, we have Robert Downey Jr. as Hank Palmer. He gives the appearance of being a successful lawyer. He's made his millions by defending assholes.
Pretty much.
People who are corrupt, people who work the system, don't give a fuck about the poor, make their money off of them too. His home life is starting to crumble. His mother just died. Because his mother died, he has to go back to this town that he despises.
Yeah, little podunk town in Indiana.
Little podunk town in Indiana. And furthermore, he despises the town, but he hates his father.
Right.
And he's got to confront his father. And his father don't like him too much either. Father hates him too. Hate you. I hate you too, bitch.
I hate you, old man. I hate you too, son.
Yeah, Judge Joe Palmer. On top of that, he soon finds that he has to defend his dad, who was suspected of murder. He's like, good, I'm gonna make this motherfucker guilty. No. I'm not saying that at all. But his father's suspected of murder. He's the best lawyer in the town. This might be a time for them to actually get their differences worked out. And throughout all this trouble and misfortune, Martin, he might end up being a better person in the end.
Well, if he's not, then we wasted our time.
And what I like about it is that when you got Robert Downey Jr. in the film, Robert Downey Jr. said, I'll get better. I'm not going to actually be a good person.
Yeah.
You forget who you're talking to. I'm going to be shitty. But by the end of the movie, I might be, I might be a little nice. I might hold a door open for you or something.
Right.
Robert Duvall and Robert Downey Jr., they're the people that keep the movie going, if you ask me. They're the ones, it's their relationship. It's them just going after each other. It's like a more dramatic version of Sanford and Son with white people. You know what I mean?
That is a way of looking at it.
Because they fucking hate each other. And you watch this, and you just feed off the entertainment and the venom that comes out of their mouths for each other, man.
But you watch the two of them, and you can just feel like the history of that they have going on, and you just realize, like, I'm not even going to try to patch this up. I don't think a team of therapists can solve it.
No.
I don't even think they can solve it.
The funny thing is, when Robert Duvall, when he gets on a roll, it ain't just Robert Downey Jr. anymore. I mean, he's got a gun. He just, everybody's getting it.
Yeah.
He's already mad at Robert Downey Jr. And Vincent D'Onofrio he plays the older brother of Robert Downey Jr. He's mad at Robert Downey Jr. and Vincent D'Onofrio just sitting there eating a sandwich, and Robert Duvall turns around and like, move shit for brains. And Vincent D'Onofrio's like, what the fuck I do? I didn't do shit.
But he's more like, yeah, this is what happens now.
Yeah.
I'm used to it.
Yeah. It's my fault. I should have been way gone when they started. It's also a comedy in some parts. Not a whole lot of comedy, but it is a comedy. And it's not exactly smart comedy.
You had a problem with it?
Dak Shepard in the movie.
Oh.
As the bumbling country lawyer, because Robert Duvall said, you know what? I'd rather have a dumbass defend me instead of having my son, who I hate, defends me. I'll risk going to jail.
Yeah, I'd rather have an honest dumbass than a really smart,
crooked-ass lawyer, yeah.
asshole like you.
What'd you say your strong suit is? Old furniture or law? Quick.
Law.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes, you're familiar with the concept, or yes, you attended one?
Oh. Can't practice law without going to law school.
Look, he's Forrest Gump. He even got Forrest Gump's shirt on right now.
Man.
Look at that.
You say that, and when this scene started, I thought that, but the more it played out, the more they showed his character, I didn't feel like he was unrealistic or too much of a cartoon. He was in over his head.
Look at him, just goofy.
He perfectly plays for what Robert Downey Jr. has to do, like, making his character seem abrasive.
Even though he was a little too goofy for me, it was cool to see him playing something else besides an asshole, or a hunk, or or just a cocky character. I got tired of going to court. And, every time there was, near the end of the movie, you got to go to court about 5 or 6 times. Because it's also a courtroom drama, and it makes the movie longer than it should be. I mean, I felt like I was fucking doing jury duty. I was having a good time with the movie. I was doing all right, and I was like, oh shit, I got to go back to court again. Yeah, I mean, the movie's 2.5 hours long, and I don't think it really needs to be.
I don't agree with that. I wasn't shocked by the courtroom drama in as much as it's called The Judge.
I'm not shocked.
And they show the courtroom drama in the trailers.
Let me stop you right there. I don't want to interrupt you, but
you're gonna do it anyway.
No. I'm gonna do it because I'm gonna call foul on your shit. No, I don't want to interrupt you, man. But you brought this shit on here. Objection. And ain't nobody gonna overrule that shit because I'm the judge too. Now look. Here's the deal, Martin. I didn't say I was shocked by that. He tried to make it sound like I didn't know what I was walking into. This dumb motherfucker, he didn't know the shit was called The Judge. What did you expect? I knew what to expect from this shit. The shit's in the trailer, man. So come up and clown me like that. I know what this shit is. I just said it was too long.
Objection, Your Honor. The witness is being argumentative.
Fucking city slicker coming in here trying to talk shit. Go on, man. I ain't got nothing to say to you.
Of all the movies I've ever seen that have had courtroom dramas that had me going like, all right, I'm here for a long time. This one didn't do that. I thought the courtroom drama was handled with the perfect blend of dramatics and being like at least closer to a real courtroom drama that we usually see.
Even when they're not too heavy and they continue to be lighthearted subplots, like what's her name? Vera
Farmiga?
Vera Farmiga and the love interest. They had some funny parts with that, but even that situation is complicated in a funny way. But
I'll say it.
And people were talking about there is a very, very, very complicated subplot that's introduced and it's very uncomfortable.
And they play it for laughs. So you're kind of like,
have the balls to write it out. Don't come and put some little cute bow on it at the end and say, oh, it's all right. You know, making that shit some TV show at the end. You know, commit to the shit. One of the things that I thought would have been sort of another cliche plot line, and they turned around and gave a great speech. I'm surprised they even gave me a clip of it because I probably shouldn't spoil it, but fuck it, they gave me the clip.
Okay.
So I'm going to use it. I thought we were going to have the typical, where the dad turns around when the kid says, you didn't love me. And he's like, well, you know, we worked it out. I'm here for you now. Let's hug it out. No, Robert Duvall, you can call him an asshole all you want to, but he's sticking by whatever he did to Robert Downey Jr. as a kid. He said, yeah, I did it.
You didn't come to my high school graduation or college.
Why? Jail time. Truancy. I was going to reward anything.
I graduated from law school, for Christ's sake.
As opposed to what, dropping out? Let me tell you something, okay? Here. I put a roof over your head, money in your pocket, clothes on your back, food in your mouth. Who paid for that college education? Your mother?
I like Robert Downey Jr. He's like, shit, I can't say nothing.
Yeah, I might be a motor mouth and the greatest lawyer in the world, but I can't get around this old man.
Now that you got a job and you're grown, I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, I'm surprised they gave you that too, because that sums up so much of what this movie is about.
Father and son are more alike than they want to believe.
Oh, yeah.
Well, man, you could have gone to his graduation. You know what I mean? Come on, you know. I give this a matinee.
Okay.
I give this a matinee. I don't think I'll get a low matinee. It is a crowd pleaser to the point where, you know, it predictably hits those notes for a crowd pleasing movie. So I mean, you know, not a bad movie at all. Not a bad movie at all, but nothing great either.
Okay. Well, I give it a full price, and it thoroughly entertained me. I did not feel the 2.5 hours that this was. So many movies that are that long, I'm like, come on. And that one, I was just like, oh, it's over already, isn't it? And you talk about the cliches it hits. There's so many I saw that it managed to avoid. No characters that really are big heroes, but even the ones who are villains, they aren't really villains.
Oh, and by the way, as much as I love Robert Duvall, I don't know if this is, I'm not gonna say it's a criticism about his acting because the guy's a legend, but he does have a rhythm, a predictable rhythm in his acting right now. There is a Robert Duvall method of acting. He'll get kind of stern and rough and grovelly with his voice, get that Southern judge coming out, but not too Southern. He has to make sure that he says the end of his sentences 2 or 3 times in a row. 2 or 3 times in a row. 2 or 3 times in a row. Before you say something and make me mad to piss me off and I gotta yell.
And it's convincing. It's just that when you see a bunch of his movies, you start to notice that pattern.
Yeah, he's got his thing.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's realized what works and he's doing it. And he's too old.
And how you gonna tell him that? Could you not do that?
You're gonna tell me how to do my job. How to do my job. How to do my job. Well, when you a $1 million actor, you go fuck yourself. Don't tell me what to do.
Actually, when he does those repeating things, the quiet repeating, he usually breaks eye contact at that point and then comes back into it.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, well, shit. Hey, look. You know,
you ain't no Bobby D.
I ain't no Bobby D. I ain't got my diploma yet from Robert Duvall acting school. You know, but when I do, I'm gonna tell him, why weren't you there? I'm coming to you, Martin. I graduated from Bobby D acting school, top of my class. Why weren't you there for me, Martin?
Yeah, did you graduate? Well, you're welcome.